Please tell me, what is the name of the highest level of intelligence? What do we call them? Highest level of intelligence, what do we call them? Let's think about your titles here at Plain High School. That's fine. I'll take it. What is it? Drew, what was I looking for? Gifted. If you fall in the gifted category, you could be a what, Simone?
Genius.
Genius. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the rules for combining words and phrases together? Good. No, not grammar. What is it? Brittany?
Syntax.
Syntax. Yes.
Is this pen worthy of being thrown?
Yes, it can be used.
Can be used.
Yes. All right. What is the smallest unit of meaning within a language? Oh no, just kidding. That wasn't an example of it. This is my life. What is it, Sydney? Morphemes. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is sounds? Sounds are what? Sorry, that was just awful. That is my day. What is it, Marissa? Phonemes. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the name of the gentleman who believes that we learn that language is within us, and that whether we are taught language or not, we would still be using it or create it our own way? What is it? Sophia? Chomsky. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is Chomsky's theory? I did it yesterday. It was a bonus question yesterday and everything, people.
You know, like looking at books.
You can do whatever you want as long as you get it right. Simone.
The nativist.
Nativist theory. On your whiteboard, what is the opposition of the nativist theory? It believes that only, yes, our brains are predisposed to pick up language. However, if no language is being used, we lose it. What is it, Drew? Social learning theory. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the gentleman who is the first one to start studying intelligence? It starts with a T. He does your first IQ test. Eventually.
He's not the monkeys.
No, it's not him. Terman, not Titchener. Terman. All right, on your whiteboard, please tell me, what is it called when I see a snarling dog, I have a fear, a conscious fear, and then I have a physical response. I have the emotion, then the physical response. Good. All right, we're going to start with emotions. How's that for you? Is that all right with you? What is it, Hannah? Common sense. Let's go through our emotions. I think we could all use a crash course, yes? Because they're awful. So take out your little diagram that I just passed out to you. That is what I would be looking at if I was you. If I was looking, studying for tomorrow, I would definitely take this, would be one of my higher priorities. Can we agree? All right, so emotions, they are that bad, ladies and gentlemen. So when we talk about emotions, we go by display rules. Men and women have different display rules, okay? Women can be more emotional. Men are not supposed to be that emotional. Depending on your age, also dictates display rules. Because I am a grown-up, I can be over the top and dramatic. Have you noticed? I do things you would never possibly imagine doing in front of a group of high schoolers, but I really don't care at my age, so here I am doing it. So display rules are different between age, sex, culture as well. All right, so remember you do have your 7 basic reactions. Remember this? How we all got creeped out? Okay. All right, so the first one is your common sense. It is when a stimulus leads to an emotion, then a physical arousal. Okay, every time you look at your emotions, always think of the basic format. Your cartoon is the best way to go. It is stimulus, conscious fear, then arousal. Then you have your James Lang. If you only know 2, if you only know 3, I would know 3 definitely. They love Cannon Bard, they love James Lang, and they love common sense. So Singer-Sachner, yes, could be thrown in there, of course, cognitive appraisal. But those are the 3 they love the most, right, Simone? So James Lang is when a physiological response triggers an emotion. Physical, then emotion, opposite of common sense. Remember we talked about making connections between the two, yes? Okay? Cannon-Bard is a theory which physiological reactions, okay, and you think about it and then you respond to both at the same time, emotion and physical response. This is where things get hard here. So Cannon-Bard is when things are happening at the same time. Cognitive arousal, it's when your emotions are going to be triggered. So cognitive appraisal means what? Who can raise their hand and tell me what cognitive appraisal means? What do you got, Kat?
When you like the stimulus or whatever is presented, and then you determine whether you're safe or not like determine.
There you go. Give me a scenario where cognitive appraisal would happen.
The one we use with the lion is like if you're in the wild and if you see a lion, you like know you're not safe, so then you run and you're scared at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you like see it at the zoo, then you know you're safe, so then you like.
Walk right up and start banging on the window like some people do. I hate that. Don't bang on the damn windows, people. All right, so cognitive appraisal, perfectly said, Kat. So Satcher-Singer, okay, what that one is exposed to an angry, not Satcher-Singer, study of emotion. If you're happy, surrounded by happy people, you're happy. If you're surrounded by bitter, resentful people, if you spend enough time with me, what will you become? Oh, yes. Good. So we know that one. Facial feedback hypothesis, okay, is when your brain tells you whatever your face is doing, then your brain labels the emotion, okay? So when I'm like this and I'm like, oh my God, I shouldn't have like that much like scrunch in my forehead, I'm like, God damn, I know I'm mad. So I try like easing it up and it's not working today. So that is facial feedback, okay? You have arousal, so some sort of emotion. Then it's demonstrated very clearly on my face how I feel about things. I don't know if you've figured that out, but reads very clearly. Then I'm like, damn, I'm pissed. And then I rage. Yeah? Perfect. All right. Cognitive mediational, okay? It's the appraisal of a threat, fear, and then bodily response, which is different than Satcher-Singer, which is at the same time. I know. These are awful. Yes? All right.
Wait. Does the appraisal, the labeling of emotion, physiological response, that happens like in order? They don't happen at the same time, right?
As cognitive appraisal, Satcher-Singer is cognitive appraisal and physiological response.
For the mediational.
For the mediational, it goes appraisal of threat, then you have an emotional response, like, and then you have a physical. All right, to the boards. Here we go. What do you got, Noah?
So even though it's like in the later, we can still get on the test.
Of course.
What does the test just cover? Does it cover everything you've done, like in the past? And
It's in your Barron's. It's in your Barron's book.
Wait,
You haven't gotten to the end, have you?
No, no.
Well,
I'm almost done.
there's a surprise.
Okay.
There's emotion at the end. Yeah, yeah. There's emotion. Have you not? There's emotion at the end.
Okay.
So it's on the test because it's in the Barron's book. How many of you are not done with your Barron's? Ah. Okay, good. Oh my God. All right, here we go on your whiteboard. Please tell me what, if you see a spider in your brain, you're like, oh my God, should I be afraid of this? And then at the same time, you scream and you're like, oh my God, I'm terrified. Okay, so you're thinking about it. You are thinking about it. Thinking about it. Okay, let's try it again. I don't think I made it that clear because we are totally over. I mean, this stuff's awful. So, Hannah tells me something, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh my God, my face seems disgusted. So I'm like, oh my God, I must be disgusted. Oh my God, I'm disgusted at you, Hannah. That's how the process goes. What is that? Guys, I literally talked about my face. Like, I even touched my face to describe what was happening. What is it, Dibs? There you go. What is it when you have a stimulus, then you have a physical response, then an emotional response? Good, good. Malai, what is it? James Lang. What is it called when you have Cannon-Bard, your... on your whiteboard. Please tell me, what is it called when you see the threat, you label it scary, and then you're like, oh my God, I'm running away now? Yes, they're in different, separate transitions. And they're not common sense. What is it? Dibs.
What's that now?
Because it's the appraisal.
Wait, what's the difference between common sense?
Common sense is I said I stopped and I thought about it.
Wait,
Okay.
Thinking.
appraisal. Cognitive appraisal, the same thing as cognitive arousal.
No. Cognitive appraisal.
I mean mediation.
Okay. Cognitive, guys, stop and think about it. Because I made it very clear I hate this crap too. Okay, so when we are talking about your Sacher-Singer's cognitive arousal, you have the stimulus. At the same time, you're like, oh my God, I'm running away because it's terrifying, because I'm going to die. It's happening at the same time. Then you have like, oh my God, I'm scared. Yeah? That is Sacher-Singer's cognitive cognitive arousal.
Yeah.
Cannon Bard is, you see the dog and you're like, oh my God, the dog's snarling at me. I'm thinking about it. And you're like, oh my God, run away. Like there's a delay. There's
But
that processing of information. You're not analyzing the threat. It's just like if you say something to me and I'm like, what the hell? Oh, and then I'm like, ah.
Okay, but
That's
so
a lot.
cognitive appraisal isn't its own thing. It's like not its own theory. It's
Okay.
part of arousal.
It's part of arousal. Okay, it's part of arousal. Cognitive mediational, it's appraisal of threat here. And then you have cognitive appraisal, which is also the same thing, different wording. It's essentially they're looking to see the damage, physically or socially. It's really crappy stuff. Would you agree this is not the worst?
But so
No, they're not. Appraisal of threat is what's happening with cognitive appraisal.
But I'm saying like that's not cognitive appraisal. Like it's not a theory, right? Because it's just cognitive arousal.
Isn't it like part of the other one?
Yeah, it's part.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's part of it. I'm sorry, I think we're coming at it two different angles. I'm trying to connect the two of these
Yeah.
pieces and you're going top down. I'm doing bottom
Oh,
up.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So cognitive appraisal is part of
yeah.
Okay, too.
What is it called when you're looking at big picture stuff and I'm looking at small picture stuff? Big picture is called what type of processing?
Wow, what a transition.
Yeah.
What is it, Lee?
Top down process.
Top down processing. What is it called when I'm reading saying, I couldn't think of a word. Ah.
It's not
Hat.
a word. It's just a sound.
No, what is it called when I look at the C, I look at the A, I look at the T, then I reread it? What is it, Carson?
I'm so sorry. I have
There you go. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is. No, I'm done. Personality is not this week, correct? No. Development is this week. All right. So let's look at motivation 1 real quick. I'm going to hit some highlights here. Is that all right with you? Extrinsic motivation are things that motivate you that are not inside of you. I think we got that pretty clear with our FRQs, yes? Instincts, instinct approach. It believes that we're governed by our instincts. So food, sex, water does everything for us, right, Alexandra? Yep. Okay. So when we talk about drives and all that stuff, a need is something that food, sex, water. Drive is something that motivates us. Okay. I have a drive to be successful here in AP Psych, hence why I'm ruining your life. Are we enjoying it yet? Awesome. Drive reduction theory is that separate. What are you whispering about? Drive reduction.
This friendship is so funny. Like, I kind of get like the insides. Well, not really like that. Like, I know that, but I kind of. It's a very funny friendship, I think.
I think they are funny. He likes it. She laughs every single time. She turns around every once in a while and gives a zinger, and he literally giggles for the longest little time. But not all the time. She saves him up. All right, here we go. So drive reduction is when if something is stressing you out, you do whatever you can to eradicate that stress. Does that make sense? That is not what I've been doing with my makeup essays. However, some of you are done with your Barron's book, correct? I have a girl named Hannah. She's already almost through. Not that Hannah. She's almost done with next week's stuff. Yeah.
Is this
How?
I have no idea. I have no idea. She's a boss. Because it stresses her out, so she does drive reduction. See what I did there? There we
To
go.
reduce the theory, not the theories, to reduce.
She's so wonderful. She's wonderful.
She could bake.
Really? Is she a baker?
She could.
Yeah, she is. Yes. They're so good. She's a what?
Like, so
Very good.
when
You think
Mr.
of anything
Fasano
like
was
for a
having
while?
his baby last year, we had like a little party, and she made cupcakes and like in like chocolate, wrote out like links and like, put it on top of every cupcake.
Oh
It's
my
crazy.
god.
Think of any like you can sterile and all of her nails that she
So
would bring home with
all
all
the
the
edges.
She's cool. Here we go. We're moving on because Hannah is not on your AP exams.
She's God, this is so distracting.
Go outside.
I'm like stereotype of like
What did you think was going to happen in the middle of me testing, like teaching?
I don't know. I thought I would be able to tune you out, but you're much louder than Toledo is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just so much more off topic. I can tune out macro, but I can't tune out your gossip. I used to run
Okay, primary drives. Have you not met Carly Thompson? Oh my god, Carly Thompson, sassy, hilarious.
Yeah.
You should know her. She's so funny. We went to Europe together. We've been stuck together. She's fun. All right, here we go.
Did you have it last year?
We're moving on. Okay, primary drives. Okay, acquired or secondary drives are going to be all of your clothes, cars, all that stuff. Homeostasis, tendency to want everything to be the same. So you have three needs: need for achievement, need for affiliation, need for power. Okay, need for affiliation is social. Power is obviously having authority, and then achievement is obviously being the creme de la creme, being the best you possibly can be. Every single one of you knows what you're more likely to be. Yes? Hello? All right, so arousal approach, okay, optimal or ideal tension between things. Like right now I'm really stressed. I don't know if you can tell. This is not my ideal, so I'm going to try to like get some things done so I can kind of maybe tone down. Yerkes Dodson, I've had a lot of questions about this. You'll definitely see it on your AP exam. 100%. They love this crap.
I remember.
And what is it?
Oh,
It's like if you have there's this graph, and then it has like your arousal level is like optimal when you don't have that much. Well, it's like a nice balance of stress. Like the more stress you have, it's like your optimal arousal.
Okay, so I live my life in a very stressful way. Can you agree?
Yeah.
I'm very high strung. I know this. However, can you tell today that I am doing way worse than usual?
Because you have more
Yes.
stress than
There
you
has-
do.
You
I got you.
Yes.
I know
However,
what you're
after
talking
AP
about.
exams, when I have like nothing to do, I am a complete mess. Like I can't do anything.
Is that like Obama?
No, Obama's living life right now.
What?
No, like I remember he's
I think it's really Britney Spears.
Obama is like on vacation mode. Okay, look at the
I
middle.
like to
one.
think
It's like when
yeah.
you're highly aroused, like
But is it not
you
just
do
like
better at lower
Yes.
tasks.
Yes. Have you noticed? 3, 2, 1. Okay, think about your easiest class. How hard is it to get motivated for your easiest class? If you have a homework assignment from your easiest class and you're like, oh my god, this is literally going to kill me to complete, correct? So you do it literally 4 seconds before class begins because you literally just couldn't do it. That is Yerkes Dodson. If it's so easy, you just won't do it. AP Psych with these damn Barron's books. Okay? You hate them, but you continually go through them, correct? You don't ignore it. You're just cursing my name every single page you complete. I know, I can like hear it at night. Like I can hear it. God damn it. And tonight it's the loudest, like almost kind of like I can really hear it. So I'm looking forward to hearing that tonight while I'm sleeping. Actually, I won't be sleeping because these essays have to get graded. But those are the types of things. So the more tension you have, the more collapse you are. The lower the tension you have, you don't do a damn thing. It's that perfect like stress of the balance between the two. This week is an awful week. Can we just flat out agree? Next week, because it's going to be a normal week, it'll be easier. Your Barron's won't be as horrific. Can we agree? Yes? Okay. It's a full week. I have no idea, but you'll have an extra day.
It's also less pages.
This week wasn't that excessive.
I actually really don't mind doing the
It was like 40
Cat.
I don't.
All right, here we go. So here's your graph you love. There you go. That's for Lee. All right. So incentives.
Just like a visual.
Incentives, things you do to motivate. Incentive approach is when you use external. Okay. Oh, perfect. Incentive theories assume that people do things that are important to them. Would you agree? Okay, if it's important to you, do more for it. Maslow is your hierarchy of needs. Don't we love him? He's also on your test. Self-actualization, you guys really nailed that on the FRQ, so I'm not worried about it. Peak experiences, you may not reach self-actualization. Very few people do. However, you'll have a couple like great moments of your life. Can we agree? Yes? Okay. So self-determination theory, intrinsic, bodily. Yeah, you get hungry. So eat.
That was the worst thing ever.
Yeah, it's awful. So bulimia, obesity, all that stuff. Leptin, all that stuff. All right, to the boards. Here we go. What part of your brain processes your hunger? No, I'm not kidding you. Does it sound like I'm joking? What?
Because you said that with a British accent.
No, I didn't. That was just me quitting on life. What is it, Kat? Hypothalamus. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is. Please tell me what is it. Give me examples of secondary drives. Good, Hannah. Money on your whiteboard, please.
Money's a thing called generalized.
Yeah.
Okay, remember, there's 9 different textbooks. Barron's pulls from what it wants, yes? So you need to know secondary drives. Obviously, you know whatever's in Barron's because they say it like 5 times. And then, you know, just keeping it aware. But yeah, it's not wrong, but there's also other ones.
Okay.
On your whiteboard, please tell me what is it called when it goes stimulus, emotion, then physical response. When it goes stimulus, emotion, physical response. Thank you. I forgot which order I went. Sophia. Common sense. On your whiteboard, please tell me. Nope, just kidding. Here we go. All right, so I haven't talked about development since first semester. So welcome to your development crash course, ladies and gentlemen. I think one of the hardest parts about development is gender. All the gender things that look like gender this, gender that. Yes? What?
Okay, so I had a question
Sure.
about like needs and stuff. So for like you know the monkey, like the Harlow's monkey experiment or whatever.
Yeah.
You know how like they went to the thing that brought them nourishment
Yeah.
instead of what brought them food, but like
No, they went to the comfort, not the food. They spent more time with comfort,
yeah,
not
that's what I
food.
meant, like comfort and stuff. But then like aren't the needs don't they say that you're supposed to like get like food or
Yeah, everyone has. The monkeys aren't gonna lie on their mom and die, but they're gonna like go to the monkey, get the food, and then go straight back. They spent like 23 hours and like something minutes on the comfort mom, and only spend like 7 minutes total all day on the food mom. So it's about comfort, contact comfort. It's about that feeling of safety that we all need, which is why it's Maslow's number 2. And after food, it goes safety. Does that make sense? Good question. All right, so gender. Gender is your psychological. So whether you feel male or female, gender roles is how society tells you men and women should act. Remember we did on the boards? Things men are supposed to do, women are supposed to do. Gender typing is when society teaches you about it. Remember how everyone was all up in arms that Target took down their pink signs and blue signs for girl sections and boy sections? You don't remember that? That happened last year. It was like a huge deal. Yeah. People were pissed that they weren't identifying boys by blue and pink by girls. They were all upset.
Like in the
what is it now?
Yeah, like in the toy section. If you look, it's all like brown. It's like a it's a thing. I don't know.
Oh, it's just like the
Should be
wall
yellow.
color.
Yeah, it's just like a generic kind of thing. So that's why they took it down, because they didn't want gender typing that girls should like pink, boys should like blue. That's gender typing, what society tells you what to like. If you like dump trucks as a girl, you're weird, it's boyish, you should be playing with girlish things. That's gender typing. Gender identity is the individual sense of being male or female, how you identify. So gender is your psychological. Okay, I feel like society tells me I'm masculine or I'm feminine. Gender identity is how you identify yourself. I'm female, and I identify my sex as female, my gender as female as well. So sex is female, gender is female. Okay, so you don't have to have the same sex as your gender. I think we're all pretty familiar with that here in 2017, yes? Okay. All right, so biological. You have all different types. Adolescence is going to be your early... Oh, why am I going straight to 3? Let's go to 1, ladies and gentlemen. Yes! Start from the beginning. Awesome. Human development, longitudinal, all that stuff, cross-sectional is all on there. Could be on there. Nature, nurture. Nature's what, Alexandra? What does that mean? I think you have good moral fiber. Is that your character? Is that what I'm talking about? No, what am I talking about? Genetics. Yeah, we didn't say that. Yeah, DNA, absolutely. Your hair color, your eyes, all of that. Nurture is how you were raised. Okay, when we talk about genetics, we have DNA, genes, we have dominant, recessive, all that stuff. Chromosomes are the ones that actually give you your genetics. So conception happens when a woman becomes pregnant. The unfertilized egg is an ovum. A fertilized one is a zygote. Okay, we have monozygotic and dizygotic. Monozygotic, one egg splits into two. Dizygotic, two eggs are released at the same time and fertilized by two different sperms, which is why they're, what are they called again? Fraternal, yes. Sorry. So your first part of your pregnancy is germinal. For the first, it's from 2 weeks to 8, organism from 2 weeks to 8 weeks after fertilization. Embryonic is going to be the next period. And the embryonic, it's actually attached to the uterine wall. Do you remember my little video? Hello? I know it was a while ago, people, but teratogons are all of your drugs and danger and all that stuff. So you have the fetal period, which is where you have the most growth. Okay? So I would look through your notes on your development. We went through it really, really tightly. Here we go. So then you have second, which is development. What do you got? Do you have a question, Drew? No, you're good. Okay, so your second is infancy. Okay, I got a question. All right, remember you have your 5 reflexes, remember? I love development too. It's your 5 reflexes and all that stuff. You've got your grasping, startle, amura, rooting, and all that stuff. Okay, you have your milestones of movement, cognitive development. We got our PJ. Aren't we glad we're back to him? We haven't talked.
Look how cute he is.
He's so stinking cute.
Look how cute that baby is too.
No, that's awful. Stop talking about that. Ugh.
Wait.
So, your sensory motor stage is your first stage. You need to know your PJ for tomorrow.
What does it talk about?
You don't remember? Sensory motor stage is dealing with object permanence. Peekaboo.
Oh, okay. Yes. I remember. I actually told this to someone the other day. I was like, you know, when a baby. when
You've
it's like-
broken my heart. You've broken my heart. Pre-operational is your second stage. Okay. Someone said that to you today? Oh, okay. So, pre-operational is when you are egocentrism. Remember my little cute, adorable little boy who was sitting behind the volcano? And she was
Oh, yeah.
pointing out things, and he was so stinking cute.
Oh, yeah.
It was like goat.
Oh,
Tree.
is this when you flip it over and he gets?
He can't figure it out, yeah.
Yeah.
So, little kids only want to talk about him. Yes? Okay, I told you the birthday story, how I told a little girl at Outback that was my birthday, and she
remember.
literally could give less, and it hurt my feelings. So, centration, only able to focus things on they care about. Conservation, remember magic? Remember the little girl when we poured one glass into the cylinder, and she was like, and how we tricked her into stealing her graham crackers by breaking them in half. And she was so happy that she got 2, like, halves. And the girl was like, I got 2. Are we the same? And she's like, yeah. Stealing from a baby. Irreversibility, they can't think backwards when the kid turned the volcano around. Okay, she was like, well, what am I looking at? And she's like, oh, you're looking at this, because that's what the kid's looking at. All right, PJ, concrete operational. Okay, that is when you start figuring out things, logic, yeah? So you'd be able to finally figure out, remember in middle school when someone asked you what's heavier, a pound of bricks or a pound of feathers? And you're like, they're equal. And you're so proud of yourself. That would be cognitive, concrete. What? You didn't have that experience?
No. Well, okay, super silly. We had to like do these
Oh,
buckets
gosh.
the other day. It's true. And we filled them with water. This one kid was like, what if we filled them with sand? And like, he actually thought that it would be heavier. if we filled them with sand.
It would be heavier.
That would be less. I mean, it's the same as less same density
It's
as water.
the same.
I don't
It's
know.
about density at that point. 'cause, like,
Dense.
That's why. And then
Oh my God, we're not doing this. I literally can't. All right, and then you have your formal operational, and this is when you can start like processing all of like Einstein stuff.
Water doesn't do it.
Like when you can like think outside the box, which is well beyond the intelligence level I'll ever have. Vygotsky, okay, he believes in scaffolding and zone, okay. If you're helping people, people learn more. All right, stages of development for language: cooing, babbling, telegraphic.
She's really excited about
What?
what she said.
Wait, so what does sensory motor be?
Did you just ask that?
I cannot deal
No,
with
I was
it
like,
right
with
Object permanence.
Okay, those are the examples of that.
Lee, my darling, my dear, my delight. They will not ask you a question on it. Let me keep going.
Okay.
All right, so language acquisition is how you pick up language. The more you speak to your baby, the more the language they're going to pick up, all that stuff. Temperament. Remember, there's only 3 major temperaments: easy, difficult, slow to warm. Yes? Okay? I don't think anyone's surprised that I was difficult. Attachment. Okay, who is the lady doing it? Ainsworth. It's also up there, but that's fine. Ainsworth is the one who does the attachment. Remember how we watched the video and we got to see bad parents?
Oh
Yes, that was a great day. That was a good day, right, Dibs? Yes. Because it's cool that we actually can identify easily by how they respond. Like, that's kind of cool. Now, I mean, it's bad for the kid. Good for us. We actually got that footage. Not true. All right. So attachment. You have 3 major types. You have your secure, avoidant, and ambivalent. Okay, ambivalent, they just rage. When the mom comes back, they still just rage. There's no soothing. Avoidant, they want nothing to do. These are kids who typically are abused at home. They want nothing to do. They are not soothed by the mother. They don't have an emotional response with the mother. When the mother comes back, they just want to be left alone. Remember how the kid looked away and was trying to get away? Secure, when the mom leaves, the baby's upset. When the mom comes back, the baby's like, ah, and then it's like, oh, toy. And then wanders off. Yeah, that's a secure attachment. So just because you see someone screaming, a kid screaming in the grocery store doesn't mean they're a bad parent. Just a reminder. Disorganized, disoriented, they're insecurely attached. It's could be a bunch of stuff. They're not going to ask you really that. So we have our little Harlow's monkeys. They are, but they're Harlow's. This is all of your secure attachment, right, Deja? You remember all these wonderful memories? All right, I'm just saying. All right, Erickson, you have your multi-levels of Erickson. Yes, your verses. Hello? Trust versus mistrust, inferiority, and all that crap. Yep, perfect. So right now you guys are in your early adulthood, intimacy versus isolation, trying to figure out what you are. Nope, just kidding, you're in adolescence. Jesus. This is not a good day at all.
Should we be offended?
What? What, that I'm having a bad day?
No, you're like, so disgusting. I can't help it.
Gender we went through. All right, to the boards. Here we go. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is the name of the gentleman behind cognitive development. That apparently is not important enough to remember. And he's my favorite. I just think he is adorable. Good. What is it, Brittany? Piaget. On your whiteboard, tell me my 4 stages of Piaget's cognitive development in order, please. You're going to have to know. I guarantee you he will be on your exam. He will be. In some ways.
Oh, they had a question about grammar.
Yeah, he did.
That's like
Huh? Yes, it is. But it's still him, is it not? You didn't see anything of the great accomplishments of Samantha Bennett on there, did you? No, because Samantha Bennett does not have accomplishments. My man does, and they love him.
Oh,
What are they,
I think I
Deja?
remember this. No, I don't remember the last. No.
Lee, you need to filter. There you go. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is it called when a kid is so excited about peekaboo? Because you're breaking my heart. It's what you're doing. Peekaboo demonstrates what? Good. What is it, Malai? Object permanence. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is it called when a kid is completely mystified by the changing of the shapes from a wide thing to a tall thing, and they are just like, oh my god, they didn't master what? Sydney, stop wasting my ink. Good, I got 1. And it's the girl who's been looking out the window the whole damn time. What is it, Mackenzie? Conservation. On your whiteboard, please tell me, I don't know where I was going.
Wait, so how many are there? Okay, sorry.
There's 4.
Object permanence.
Oh, all of
conservation.
those?
Yeah.
Oh, there's 6.
Right. Object permanence, conservation, irreversibility.
Yes. Egocentrism.
Egocentrism.
Centration.
What's centration?
It's when everything revolves around you.
Wait, so what's it?
Like centration is if egocentrism is everything I experience, you experience.
Oh,
Centration
You're
is
interested in my way. Okay, I got Okay. And there's one more missing.
So is the
Object
birthday
permanence?
thing,
No, I still have to finish.
is the thing with the kid, the birth and the birthday, is that centration or
Egocentrism. Centration is what I'm seeing, you're seeing.
What? You just said the opposite.
Sorry. I hate life.
Okay, object permanence,
I get it.
centration, egocentrism, conservation, irreversibility. That's all I have.
I'm coming. All right, here we go. Centration, conservation, irreversibility. Oh, damn it. Here we go. Only 4. Those are your 4.
Okay.
Oh, and you have your object permanence, so 5. Does that help?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, here we go. So development 3, gender, we already covered. Culture. All right, so puberty and adolescence. Everything starts at 3. Oh my God, can you imagine? Puberty starts at 13, and that's the onset of adolescence. Now, puberty is about 4 years. Okay. Now, when you have during adolescence, you're going through personal fable. Everything that's happened to you has literally only happened to you, and no one can understand your situation. You are the only one who's ever experienced heartbreak when you get your heart broken for the first time.
All of this just sounds true.
Imaginary audience. You think people actually genuinely are watching what you're doing and literally care? When you get to my age, you know no one literally cares. No one cares about you. It's fine.
Wow. That's great.
So, I'm like on like 5 hours of sleep in the last 2 days, and I had an annoying day. Morality. There's 3 of them. Pre-conventional, conventional, post-conventional. Pre-conventional, everything is right or wrong. Little kids, I can have it, yes, no, that's it. Conventional morality is dictated by society, like your friends. Not society, your friends. If your friends steal, it's okay for you to steal. If your friends drink, it's cool for you to drink. Rules don't really apply. As long as it's socially acceptable, you're right or die. Post-conventional morality is that you reject the man. You break laws because you don't agree with those laws. Like the guys who hung the banner behind the White House that says resist when Trump got in, that's post-conventional morality. That's a perfect example of that. They are sitting in jail still. I know they got bonded, but they got charged for trespassing, and I think they're behind bars right now. Like they're in jail, I think, for like 60 days or something. Yeah, with the crane. So those 2 people who jumped off him did it. They're there, but they really believe in what they did, and they were happy to break the laws in order to hang up a banner, and so they did. That's post-conventional.
What did if that's Colbert, what did Kohler?
Kohler is he's your learning theory.
Insight.
Yeah, he's inside. So, Erickson's first 4 stages: trust, mistrust, autonomy, all that stuff. Kind of covered it very quickly. Identity versus roles confusion. Wear and tear. All right, that's it. I can literally not. All right, I have mock exam today, so you're more than welcome to go.
Wait, can I go back?
So much.
What? To go over?
To the art.
So many names.
I know.
Thanks.